Hi everybody, today is September 20th, 2013. U.S. plan to test nuclear missiles draw on fire from peace activists. The U.S. plan to test nuclear missiles next week has drawn fire from international peace activists, who have called for the abolition of nuclear weapons for years. Instead of honoring the significance of these dates and working in good faith to achieve nuclear disarmament, the United States has chosen to schedule 2 tests of its Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile on September 22nd and September 26th, said Rick Wayman of the Nuclear Age Peace Foundation. September 21st, tomorrow, which is Saturday, is the International Day of Peace that would be observed throughout the world before the UN high-level meeting on nuclear disarmament takes place at the world's body headquarters in New York on September 26th. That will be this coming Thursday. Just hours after the International Day of Peace ends, the U.S. plans to launch a Minuteman III, the missile that delivers U.S. land-based nuclear weapons from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California to the Kwajalein Atoll in the Marshall Islands, Wyman said. In a statement sent to the Daily Times, he added, then, on the same day that most countries will send their heads of state or foreign ministers to New York for the UN's first ever high-level meeting on nuclear disarmament, the U.S. plans to send another Minuteman III missile from California to the Marshall Islands. These missiles are designed to carry nuclear warheads capable of killing thousands of times more people than the chemical weapons used in Syria, he added. The U.S. Vandenberg Air Force Base has not yet publicly announced either of these launches, but sources say that there are 2 Minuteman III launches scheduled for sometime this month. According to them, launches are due to take place on September 22nd and 26th. We are disappointed that the test launch is scheduled for the same day as the high-level meeting on nuclear disarmament at the UN in New York, Wayman told the Daily Times. Asked to comment on the issue, the UN spokesperson, Farhan Haq, cited the UN Security General's recent statement in which he said, "We should all remember the terrible toll of nuclear tests." In his statement, Ban Ki-moon mentioned that as many as 456 nuclear tests were carried out at Semiplentinsk since the first explosion there more than 64 years ago. Nearly 1.5 million people were affected by the consequences of nuclear testing, and an immense territory has been contaminated with radiation, he noted. With the adoption of the Partial Test Ban Treaty in 1963, he said, the international community completed its first step towards putting an end to all nuclear weapon test explosions. In his view, this objective is a serious matter of unfinished business on the disarmament agenda. Until now, 183 countries have signed the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, and 159 have ratified it. Ban has urged all states to sign and ratify the CTBT without further delay. 8 states, whose ratification are necessary for the treaty to enter into force, have a special responsibility. China, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Egypt, India, Iran, Israel, Pakistan, and the United States. None should wait for the others to act first. In the meantime, all states should maintain or implement moratoria on nuclear explosions, Ban said. Writing on this issue, Jonathan Granoff, the president of the Global Security Institute and an adjunct professor of international law at the Widener University School of Law, notes that many countries know this, and that is why the 67th session of the General Assembly moved to convene the higher-level meetings on nuclear disarmament for the 68th session next week. I did show the last of the 67th session, and the president said his goodbyes, etc. China and India have both expressed support for negotiating a universal ban on weapons, and Pakistan has stated it would follow. France, the US, UK, and Russia openly oppose progress now on even taken preliminary steps to negotiate a legal ban. It is hard to make the case that the US military should even be constrained without demonstrating the benefits of obtaining a universal ban on the weapons. Incoherence in advocacy leads to policies going in multiple directions, he said. These issues related to nuclear disarmament, according to him, will not be resolved soon, since behind them is a cadre within the U.S. military which wants to always have a dominant position for security purposes. Progress is unlikely, while Russia feels threatened, he says. John Burroughs, executive director of the Lawyers' Committee on Nuclear Policy, offered similar thoughts. In March, U.S. Defense Secretary Charles Hagel delayed a missile test launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base because it might be seen as provocative by North Korea. Hagel should also delay or better cancel the test planned for late September, he told Daily Times Viva email. A test on September 26th will definitely be a slap in the face to the foreign ministers and heads of state assembled for the first ever high-level meeting on nuclear disarmament at the United Nations, he said. Instead of sending a test missile to the Marshall Islands, where health and environment were badly damaged by ferocious atmospheric U.S. nuclear testing, in the 1950s, the United States should send President Barack Obama or Secretary of State Kerry to the high-level meeting to explain how the United States intends to begin participating in multilateral efforts for global elimination of nuclear weapons, he added. Alright, bookmark my site. I'll keep you up to date. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.